Hello, winning free picks. It is the midday money show, and I already got the free picks scrolling because sometimes I just forget to do it. I apologize. So there you go, right off the bat, they're rolling along. It is Tuesday, the 8th. We'll get right into things here. If you're watching on YouTube, because I got rid of the Facebook link there, it's always having problems, and I think that's at least for me. I don't know. I was talking to the boss man Trap, and I was like, listen. He's like, it doesn't. He said he doesn't have problems with it. I don't know. I always have a problem. I can't log on sometimes. I can't cancel the show. I can't stop the live stream. Whatever. Speaking of picks and parlays, Plus Money Honey said, listen, Higgs, last Woody Standing starts today, and it's a cash prize contest. All right, so it's after this show on the picks and parlays. If you didn't know, I don't know how you don't know that winning free picks and parlays. Sister channels here, whatever, family. And Ali runs the last Woody Standing, and I think the cash pat's up to $250. So it's fun. Be part of it, but you need to be in the chat. You can't text her and be like, "Hey, put this in for me," or send emails and stuff like that. Does not work that way. The Last Woody contest is and let me tell you, I popped into Last Woody a few times. Holy cow! I told her, I texted her one night. I'm like, man, I said I feel like a stooge. I just sit in my chair, I rock around a little bit, and talk. Allie's up. She's literally has huge whiteboards, dozens and dozens of names, games posted. There's arrows. It's like the Sunny in Philadelphia guy with everything. All right, well, let's get right into the games today. We're gonna start. Where are we gonna start? Let's start on the ice. Cold cash on the ice. I told you yesterday. I told you the other day. I'm on Tampa Bay. I got a -115 and the under 5.5. That's where I'm at here. Look for Tampa to end this series. We're up 3-1. Let's go. Vegas and Colorado. I like the Avs. Did I bet them? I did not bet them. This is a tough one. So I like Colorado to get it done, but I have not moved on it as a premium or personally over. I'm not even sure about the total. I've really not a definite feel in this game. And I always say, people come in and want to know who you like. I'm going to tell you when I'm on something good, why I like it. This is why. Other games, just because they're out there doesn't mean I'm going to. Or anybody else for that matter. If somebody come in here and give 100% opinions on sides, totals for everything, good for them. I'm not a huge stack guy. I'm not going to come in here and run down a bunch of numbers off of memory or write them all down for 30 games. There's some games I like. If you like something, and again, I say this all the time, you like it, you ready to bet it, bet it. You like it for your reason. Don't let me or anybody else talk you off a game. If we like the same side, obviously you're going to be like, oh, this guy likes it. Wonderful. But if I just don't like it for whatever reason, like this one, I like Colorado. I'm going to bet them. I don't know. I just think they're the better team, but I'm just, I don't know if I should lay 140 or go puck line with them. That's my little spiel right there. Hawks and the Sixers. So we cashed nicely on the Hawks in game one. We had a money line, although I did lose with the Nuggets yesterday. 18-8 now, NBA playoffs. But I was thinking maybe I'll come back on Atlanta here. I don't know. I think last night I was like these two games tonight. I like the under in the Jazz game. I'm actually leaning Sixers here, believe it or not. I'm leaning to the Sixers here. It's up to 6 now, I see. I'm leaning Philly. Call me crazy. As much as I like the Hawks, we had them in game one, right? Money line. Here, I don't know. Something tells me Philly gets it done. And Clippers and the Jazz, I'm on the under here. And side-wise, everybody's on. I like the Jazz. That Jazz, Denver, Clippers are my my teams out west. I'm not sure. I might make a play on the Clippers here. I have not yet. Possibly Sixers and Clippers. Definitely Sixers. I like the Sixers out of Atlanta and Philly. Sixers out of play. Absolutely. Clippers, Utah. If you're looking for a side, I'm on. I think I'm going to be on LA here. LA is going to get the call. To the chat. Tariq's in the house. You got hit with a Whopper cheese yesterday, huh, Stimmy? Sorry to hear that. That's no good. I listen. I had a Montreal and I had Montreal puck line, so that ended up being a split out for me there. And Denver did not get it done. So that's it. Baseball, I didn't grab anything. I was leaning on the Marlins, and they switched out the pitchers. I didn't end up playing them. I thought the Royals were at a good. That was more of like fading Bundy. I mean, the guy was winless in 11 starts. I mean, come on. I mean, was he 0-6 and he had 11 starts, couldn't get a win. And I was thinking, maybe the youngster comes in. And the worst part of that was, everybody here was kind of like on the team total. I'm like, all right, team total sounds good to me. 3.5. I like the Royals for the game. Why not, right? And yeah, they get 3 runs, and I look at the box score. They leave like 11 guys on base, 5 with 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Just a bad one there. But yeah, for me, it was a 1-2 overall day. When games I had to cash on, it happens. Not terrible. I'll take a 1-2. One of them was the puck line game, which was not as much as had I had on the regular side, but still, when you add Denver into that, it's a losing day. But today's a new day, so we don't worry about that. Eric, Astros money line. I kind of like that one a little bit. Reds money line. Okay. Giants team total over 3.5. You think they could get to Lyles, right? I mean, Lyles has some bad home numbers. Going with the Orioles, I said last night, I said that Oriole line looks a little fishy. We're going to get into baseball in a second. Hawks in the points. Okay. Waiting for my builder to get back to me here. Apologize for looking at the phone. Magic is in the house. How are you? Cash Red Sox at Sunday. Good. I'm happy for you. Good for you. The Red Sox game, I was a little worried about there. I kind of liked Miami. I said, the Sox, where's the pep for them? They swept the Yanks. Miami comes into town. They're supposed to have Lopez on the hill. Now Lopez, we'll talk about him in a second because that line is getting out of hand. Said it was a bullpen game. Boston wins, stays under. That under, it went up a whole run, still stayed under the total. And the Suns, I mean, what they go on, a 16-0 run? I mean, Denver I thought was looking good, and next thing I know, it was a big loser. Bucks line was a little tricky. I bit nasty overbite. Listen, I said here, I'd like the under. I said the only way that game was going to go over was if the Bucks scored like 135. Well, that sure as heck didn't happen, and that's almost scored to 135. I thought maybe Milwaukee showed up that game. I said, I kind of lean Milwaukee here. Get a little right. I didn't know how Brooklyn would respond without Harden, and if everybody else would have a step-up game. Yeah, well, we see what happens there. Nets. This is a sweep or 4-1. Maybe the Bucks get one. You think maybe they go home and get a game. I don't know. Do not know. All right, let's get into some MLB. Is the place to be on a Tuesday. Starting out the games. Bueller and Brubaker. Line is on the move, coming down a little bit here. Short little line moves. Last night I saw 188. I saw 200. Now it's 190. I see a 180. So money coming in on Brubaker. Bueller. I like Bueller a lot. Brubaker is the guy to bet on for Pirates. He's their best pitcher. I think Brian's back for him. Their best hitter. I see a drop in the total. This total last night when we did the show was 7.5. Then I saw 8.5s all this morning, and now I see a random 8 coming up here. So how about the under 8.5? Could be in a play here. Might have to be an added bonus play on the ticket. I do got a 3-pack up if you want to get premium stuff, but I don't mind. I give out a bunch of games anyway. And if you don't want me, plenty of other cappers on winning free picks, folks. So go get it. But I might be looking at this under. Might be looking at this under 8.5 with these two guys on the hill. And it just it was 7.5, goes up to 8.5. Again, the lines, I do these lines, so late show is at 10 o'clock. So about 9 o'clock, I'll come on and try to gather lines from like 4 or 5 sports books. write them down, and then come back at usually like 10 in the morning, and I'll rewrite them all down, see any line moves, and then live I do them right live off the thing now to look at the moves here. So it's got 7.5 to 8.5. And now I see a random 8 popping up over at DraftKings. So maybe might be on the under. And if you want to take a shot, Pittsburgh, people are betting Pittsburgh. Braves and Philly, like here's a big move. So, all right, Nola's obviously better than Smiley, right? Any kind of crazy move here? So now I've seen a move back down here. All right, so I was going to say this line opened at 140-ish, or Atlanta plus 140. I believe so, plus 130 for them. And we had a high of a 157. So basically, I'm looking around about a 155. Then it was up to 165. Now it's back down 10 cents into the 155 range. Totals went from 8.5 to 9. I mean, this is a big number for Nola. Listen, the Braves, I like the Braves, are good, but all right, folks, let's be honest. This Brave team, underachieving right now, right? I mean, we could talk about how the Mets are in first place, and the Grom hasn't, as great as he pitches, it's not like he's getting wins. I mean, the team's losing games he pitches in. They're missing a bunch of guys. Guys aren't hitting, and yet the Braves are under 500. I thought the Braves are a World Series team. Not looking at right now with a sub 500 record on the road to boot. Phillies, all right. You get a little line move. Nola's better. Harper's back. Excited about that. Do I want to lay 150 something here with the Phils? I can't. I'm not gonna lay that number. I thought about last night. I wrote it down. I got Phillies in here, but I didn't bet it. I can't. Maybe run line. I mean, Smiley. I mean, his numbers are just bad. Where's my little Smiley right up here? I apologize. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I mean, like Smiley's just got some terrible numbers. He says, I can't back that. I can't. He's got bad numbers, but the price on Nola is too high for me. I don't want to get involved. Don't want to get involved here. Next game up will be Mets and a little BLT, Baltimore Orioles. So this was last night. The Mets were I saw 130 for the Mets. Now I'm seeing it was a high of 130, a low of 115. Now I'm seeing basically 110s across the board. One random 120 up here. Orioles were plus 110 basically everywhere, plus 106. Now it's basically 102s, 103s. So money on the Orioles. Total sitting at 9.5. It was 9s. I saw 9s everywhere. They won 9.5. Now I just see 9.5s all over the place. Again, I said last night at this price, Orioles will have to be the play just because it seems too easy. So Baltimore, That being said, I know it's tough betting the Orioles. I did not put a little red cent on Baltimore. I wish I did at plus 110 because now they're basically plus 101. So if you want to get involved in some ugliness, you got that game. And we'll talk about another ugly game in the Rockies and Marlins. So it was 150. Colorado's plus 150. Again, this is a team, excuse me as I blow my nose here. 4-22. Bad team, yes. But, I mean, Miami, you lose 9-10. This is a team you want to lay 180 with? I mean, I see a 190 in some spots here. This is crazy. I can't lay that kind of number. I don't care how bad the Rockies are. Are the Marlins good? And this total, 7.5s all over the place. 7.5s all over the place last night. Then I see 7s this morning, and now I'm seeing 6.5s creep up. I wish I took that. Here's the thing. Much like the Baltimore game, even a Pirate game, 8.5, 9.5, 7.5 here. It's like I want to take the under because the offenses are like, who are these guys? They're bad. They're bad teams. But then you think they're bad because the pitching staff comes in and just gets hammered and gives up runs and they can't score runs. So I can't even justify taking an under. I feel like how can I take an under with two bad teams get together. It looks, like this one. I'm 6.5. These 190. You're gonna lay 190 with Lopez? I mean, come on. I said last time somebody was like, I'm taking the Marlins today. I'm like, well, why would you? All the games on the board, you're taking the Marlins? All right, if you think you got an edge laying 190 with a team that's on a 1-9 run, I mean, holy cow. Come on. These are just bad teams. I mean, how? I mean, I like Lopez. I think he's solid, but that's the kind of place where I want to maybe grab him as a small fave or as a dog. He got a shot because he's going to, maybe the other team sits somebody out because he's the other team's good pitcher. And like, you know what? Give a guy a day off. This is not where I want to play them. All right. Reds and the Brew Crew. This is a premium play. If you watched the show last night, you know where I'm leaning on this. But for now, it's a pass. Let me see if the line's moved here. Let's see. Where's that red line? So Milwaukee was plus 116 last night, and it's up to plus 123. So a little 10-cent line move here to the Reds. Total still sitting at 8.5. And I got that in my package. So Stros and the Sox. Let's see. So this line was 119 last night. Then it was 116. Now it's 117. So basically hanging steady about the 115 range globally here, consensus-wise. Red Sox were plus 110. Even money, plus 100. Same thing, not much change. Plus 104, plus 110. So maybe slight penny changes here coming in on the Astros. So over last night was 9.5. Now it's up to 10. Again, I'll lean on the Stros here. I was going to take the over 9.5 last night, and looking back, I should have. Mariners and Tigers. Now here comes another pair of teams. Like, do we really want to get behind the Mariners and Tigers? Tigers, listen, you see the Tigers record, you're like, ugh, this is a bad team, right? 24-35. I get it. You don't want to really look at them to make some money out, but bad start. They're actually 16-14 their last 30. All right, so that's you start out 10-20 or whatever. Have a bad stretch like that. So they've been a little respectable. They've been respectable here. They got Marco again, coming off the DL. He had no rehabbing, so basically his last start, 4 innings that game. That's his rehab. You think he's going to come out here and throw 8 innings? No, he'll probably another 3, 4, 5 inning game, depending on how the pitch count goes for him, and if Detroit hits. Boyd, I guess he's out. Listen, he is what he is at this point in his career. If he was pitching a little better, maybe it would be a higher line here. It's still basically, it opened to 110. Actually, it's up to 125, 126. So I guess it's where it would be. Totals 8.5. So I saw 8s last night. Now it's 8.5. Again, money coming in on Detroit. Doesn't shock me to see that. This is the first time Seattle's been this way in 2 months since April. They haven't really, been out of the West. I would lean Detroit. I would lean Tigers here. That's it. Give me the. I mean, I just 120. Like I said, it's still the Tigers. You want to lay 125 with the Tigers? It's like this Marlin Rockies game. I mean, although I feel better laying a short number with Detroit than that number with Miami for sure. Nats and Rays, $2 fave here, right? This was at 175 last night. Nationals plus 175. It was 196 just an hour ago. Now I'm seeing a plus 203. Totals holding steady at 7.5. I'm not laying 230 with anybody. So, and this is John Lester. This isn't John Lester from 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even 3 years ago. But I still can't lay 230. Giants and Rangers. Again, if you watch the show, this is actually in my my 3-pack, so I can't give you my opinion on this. But if you want to go watch the replay, knock yourself out. Lyles and Wood. Total really hasn't moved here. It was 8.5 last night. Now it's down to 8s all over the place. And the line has basically stayed the same. Not much moving. Couple pennies here and there. Otherwise, nothing to write home about. Jays and the Sox. I almost came in on Chicago minus the 140. I didn't. I took the under 8.5 here with Ray. I like Ray a little bit. I was going to take the White Sox. What are they? 126 last night, 130. So this has not really moved at all. The totals moved a little bit. Other than that, nothing. 140 to 141, 145 to 142, 120 to 122. Like, not crazy movement on this game whatsoever. I know people want to bet the White Sox. I understand that. Where's Ellie's going to come in here? White Sox versus lefties. Lay it. I get it. White Sox would probably get the call, but Rodon's pitched so well. Does he slip back a little bit? I would lean White Sox, obviously. Chicago is 28-4 their last 32 games against a left-hander pitcher. 26-6 on a run line. All right. 13-4 versus lefties this season. But they did lose to the Tigers over the weekend, just so you know. I don't know. What else is there to say? Rodon off his worst start of the season. He's got a little extra rest. Listen, Jays, great numbers in Dundee. Now they're on the road down in Chicago. It's got to be White Sox. Listen, I'm on the under, but White Sox, I just ran down the numbers for you. 28-4 last 24. 28-4 last 32 versus lefties. 26-6 run lines. 13-4 this year. So they had 20. They are a nice run there. I guess they're coming back to earth with 4 losses, but there you are with that. Let me come back to the chat here. Reginald says Pirates. I take a shot at the Pirates. I said that earlier. Efi says San Francisco and Cincinnati money line for him. Wendy's liking the over the Mutts. Yep. 20 homers out between 2 pitchers going to always put up big 18. Yeah, they did have an 18 spot versus the Indians that day. I think I had the Indians that day. Chris, how are you today? Got Atlanta +5, Mood 6. What's your thoughts? Chris, I said earlier we started in the NBA. I kind of like the Sixers there. We had Atlanta in game 1. We've liked Atlanta a lot this time. I like the Sixers here. I like the Sixers. Pro Sixers refs today. Come on, Eric. Tim Donaghy reffing today. Markel's in the house. Good afternoon. Tim Earl is here. Tim, I made an announcement earlier. I'll throw it out here too. Earl Sports does their show before mine. I think they do it at 11 a.m. And then I roll in at, midday money. And then it's Last Witty Standing with the Plus Money Honey. So Last Witty, again, starts today. You got to be there live to do the show. Guaranteed cash prize winner. Who knows? Maybe she'll get you a shirt. I don't know. Allie does a great job. Tim Earl says Red Sox, Frisco, Cubbies, Brewers. And he's got the Hawks and Jazz in the NBA. I don't know about that Hawk game. I like the Hawks. Road Hawks have been good to us probably the last month and a half. I don't know. I'm not buying it. I didn't bet either of these NBA games today. I might throw money on the Sixers though. And I actually like the Clippers. I'm opposite here, Tim. Yeah. Yep. I know you're just messing. I know. All right, back to the games, back to the giddy games. Yanks and Twins. So it's Minnesota or nothing for me here. I can't take the Yankees. No way. Let's see. It was again 8.5 last night total. Now 9.5 across the board. If you like that over 8, you should have had it. Sorry about that. If I get, between my extended car warranty and my student loans and my Social Security card being hijacked, I don't know if anybody would ever call me. So yeah, we're just fading the Yanks. I mean, you think like, hey, I get the Yanks at minus 105 or 106. It's good value. This team is not hitting. They are not hitting good. They can pitch okay. Maybe you want to look to the under here. I understand. I just can't, as a Yankee fan, we've gotten into Yankees plenty of times. That's my team. I'll talk about them, and I'm a fair assessor of teams that I like. I don't care what. Let's throw it out there. I'm a Cowboy fan, but I didn't watch the Cowboys when Bill Parcells was the coach because the guy was a Giant coach. I went and cheered for the Jets when that guy took over the Cowboys. But I'll be fair to the Yanks. I'm abusively fair. I say Derek Jeter is the most overrated slap hitter of all time. Like, come on. I'm as much as I joke with LeBron and Curry, I'll do it to guys I like. This Yankee team is not good, and they just get respect because it says they wear pinstripes. It's ridiculous. This team has major problems. Major problems. Indians and St. Louis. Listen, this is Bieber 160 range. It has to be a run line play here. I don't like C-Mart. I don't like St. Louis. It's the Indians run line or nothing. As this line really moved us. It was all 7.5 last night. Now I see 3 7s popping up. The line really hasn't moved here. It's come down a little bit. There's actually St. Louis money here. So a high of 155. Now it's at a high of 148. So someone's betting St. Louis. I can't condone that. No way. No way. Royals and the Angels. My guy Bubik on the hill against Haney. This line last night. This is much like, maybe the Royals are who they are. I kind of like this. I said I like the Royals to go over their win total. Yesterday they were like a 125 dog to start tonight. It went up to 150. This game here, for the Monday game, I should say. So this game here, same thing. It was 125 last night when we did the show. Now they're plus 144. So again, we've gone from 135 range to 157. I see a 163, a 160. This is a 20-cent line move already to the Angels. And the total's moving a little bit. I see 9s. I see 8.5s. A lot of 9s last night. Now a bunch of 8. It was all 8.5s. Now I see a random 9 pop back up at a pinnacle. I guess the Angels are to play here. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. It's 9s. Now 8.5s. Maybe the under. I like the booby. Oh, that did not come out correct, but Chris Bubik. I don't know why I just said it like that, but I like Bubik. Listen, Haney had 3 terrible starts. He had like a 7 ERA, and he just came off a good start. What do you expect out of this guy? I do not know. I want to lean to the Royals. Did I bet the Royals? No, did not bet the Royals. A's and Diamondbacks. Again, we got a $2 fave here. It was 203 last night. It is sitting at a high of 225 right now. This is run line or nothing on the Diamondbacks. I said last night about this guy, Duplantier. His numbers. He had a 7.7 ERA at AAA, and he has a 9.30 ERA here in MLB. How is that? Where we're looking to go there? What the? No way. No. It's just a huge fave. I can't. I'm not going to tell. I'm not. Yeah. If you come into a show for anybody, and I see there's plenty of people out here do shows, and I pop in and I've seen other people's shows and this and that. And listen, I'm not. And I say this all the time. I'm not the best guy, the smartest guy. There's guys who come in and just run down a bunch of numbers and this and that, and players and this and that. I do a little bit of everything. I guess I'm not a huge game watcher. I know guys who watch every game. I know guys who do just straight numbers, and as much as I don't know players, I know guys who know 0 players and don't even know the whole names of teams and stuff like that. But then they see guys who just come in and just give huge flavor. Like, come in today. Oh, we're going to take the A's, Tampa Bay, and the Dodgers today, guaranteed. Like what? What? I mean, how? I can't tell you to take a team that's 220. What is that? No way. Oh yeah, they're a huge. Yeah, they're what 68% fave to win the game. Of course they are. I mean, what? It's not handicapping. You know, take a team that's. I got them at they're 230, but they should be 340. Okay, with that. And again, I always say this about those like records and stuff like that. Like, oh, the team's really good. Blah blah blah. You're laying those kind of things. Well, let's see. The Yankees are big faves all time. They're 31-29. You'll be down. You know, probably $800,000, like $100 player. How about the Twins? Right? What were the Twins supposed to be this year? All right, they're 11 games under. How do you think your bankroll's doing there? Probably down. I don't know. Even at even money, you're down 1,100. Who else is a good team that's gone bad? Let's go through the standings here. Let's go. Well, let's look at it'll be like Mets Braves there because Mets they're 6 games over. They'll probably be plus money. Braves 28-29. You don't think you're down money with the Braves? $500, $1,000 depending on who's on the hill or where their losses are. Where they 11-12 on the road, 17-17 at home. They got to be down a little bit because it could be home faves. The Dodgers 34-25. I bet you're down money with the Dodgers. 9 games over 500. Padres, you might be. Well, they're 12 over. You might be. You should be plus a little money there. San Fran, you got to be making a killing on San Francisco. If you tell me you want to come in and bet huge $2 faves, I'd say you're crazy. If you want to come in and bet all those crazy dogs like your Baltimore or Arizona's, I'd be like, even then, I wouldn't even know if that'd be paying off. Because you know what, I gotta check into that. I'm sure I'll find those out. Like a team like Baltimore, it's probably been a $2 fave or $2 dog most of the time. 17 games under. I wonder where your bankroll's at with them. Same with like Pittsburgh or Arizona, Miami. I don't know. I'll check those out another time. Padres and Cubbies, zero respect here for the Cubs. This line was at plus 130. I saw a low of plus 135 for them, a high of plus 141, actually 144, 151. The Padres were 157, 165. Now this isn't like the 185 range. Are you kidding me? Total disrespect for the Cubs. Maybe you want to play that angle. We think Lamet's gonna. I mean, he looked good last day against the Cubs, right? But that being said, the Cubs swept these guys. I don't know. This line tells me to grab San Diego and go run line with them. I mean, if I would have known last night that 150 would turn into a 185 or 184 or 180, I probably would have said take the Padres last night. Otherwise, I was probably like, no real opinion. 7.5 up to 8s all over the place. Now I see 8.5s. This line was 8 an hour ago. Now it's 8.5. Who's getting shelled here? Are the Padres going to shell Davies? That's what they're telling me. They're telling me that San Diego is going to pound Zach Davies. This game is going to be 8-3 because this line's come up a half run in an hour and a full run over the course of 12 hours and a 30 cent move to the Padres. Let's see what's going on here. Markel 3-1 day, I say. Excellent, Markel. And if you didn't do a 4-game parlay, you would have been 4-0. Eric likes the Jazz. If I make an appearance on the Woody Show, it's $1 to the pot here. All right, I'll come in. I'll make an appearance on the Woody Show. Yeah, my car extended warranty. It's ridiculous. Hawks versus Sixers. I am on the Sixers there, Jay. I like Philly. Yeah, Bubik. I like the Boobie. I like Bubik. I like him. I just don't like the huge, again, like last night, big line move to the Angels. Sixers, Hawks, Tomas. I am liking Philadelphia here to make it even. I like them to cover. That's that. I like the Hawks. I had the Hawks game one. Took a money line. This game, I think the Sixers iron things out here. Guy know blind bet every dog every day. No longer does this after a month. All right. Good to know. I mean, I'm a dog guy, and listen, I had a great first month of baseball. 3 weeks, it was fabulous. I was making a lot of money. The last month, not so much. It's been a grind. I did a 14 parlay. 3-1 with a 4-teamer. That's always the case. Always the case. The best day to a 3-1 day is a 14 parlay, or a 3-team parlay. You'll go 2-1. You're guaranteed a winner. Please, when you have your 3, 4, 5-team parlays, folks, put them in the chat so then everybody else can just bet the game straight and have a winning day. You're taking a run line Cubs plus 1.5, huh? I don't know. It might be another loser. That might be another loser. Tony, how are you today? If Atlanta wins tonight, Atlanta sweeps. Eesh. Who knows? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's all. I mean, as stupid as that, as cliche as this is going to sound, we'll see what happens in Game 3. The Sixers down 0-2 if they come back and play. Let's see. Look, he has this line at Sixers 4.5. I just like the Sixers here. You took the Brewers. I like Hazard. Reds at home are kind of tough. Here comes Mr. Lefty. He's going to tell you right now. Take the Astros versus lefty. Take the White Sox. Elliot, you'll be proud. I mentioned the White Sox 28-4 record versus lefties the last 2 years and 13-4 this year. Dave, how are you, my friend? Looking at Dodgers and the Oakland A's tonight. What do you think? The Dodger game, it worries me a little bit since the lines come down. So I'm not really that high on that. A's, if you're good betting, you know me. Dave, you've been here more than enough times. You've seen the chat. I am not going to tell you to lay 220 or 215 or 210 with Oakland. No way. It's run line or nothing for me there. Michael, I'm gonna tend to agree. I don't think Atlanta's gonna sweep. Kraft is in the house. How are you, Miss Kraft? Good to see you. White Sox money line lefty. -140. It's a decent number. The only thing that worries me about that 140 there is, Rodon's pitched so well. That being said, they do hit lefties, and as much as I like Ray, I mean, I got the under there 8.5, Elliot. Am I going to come in on the Sox minus the 140? Probably. Sometimes, and I tend, as much as I do this, folks, I say it all the time. Sometimes I do overthink just because I've been on sites for 15, 16 years. But that does not mean I don't tend to overthink and want to be like I get my gotcha moment by saying I'm going to take the White Sox run line instead. Although White Sox run line versus lefties, it's been profitable. It has been profitable. How about 26-6 the run line? So it's not like they haven't done that the last 30 again 28-4, 13-4 this year. But again, 140 is not a terrible number to lay. It's more of if Toronto wins, it won't be just because of they didn't get. It's going to be because Toronto hits Carlos Rodon. Not that I don't think the White Sox are going to lose this 2-1. Although, listen, they just lost to Skubal. They just lost to Skubal the last time they faced a lefty. I mean, I think we want to connect the dot kind of stuff here. Well, are the Blue Jays better than the Tigers? Is Robbie Ray better than Tariq Skubal? I mean, they lost 4-3. You know, to the lefty. You know, they got 1 run, struck out 11 times versus him. You know, Giolito was on the hill for him. 7 innings, gave up 4 earned. You know, so nothing is. It looks nice, but if they lose today, it's because I think Toronto hits Rodon. Not that they don't hit him. Dodgers run line. I'd go run line, Elliot, just because the money line has come down. People have bet the Pirates, and you know if you're going to do Dodgers, take a run line shot and not on the money line. He says Alex Wood, San Francisco money line over Lyles and the Texas Rangers. Yank, no, I'm on the Twins. I'm not betting. You can't bet the. I know it's like, hey, let's take the Yanks. It's they're, whatever, -105 or whatever. This team is in bad shape. I'm not taking them. I'll take Minnesota every game here. I mean, when's Cole? I will fade Cole. I do not care. AJS, how are you today? Again, folks, last Woody standing after the show on the Picks Parlay channel with the Plus Money Honey. Do not miss out. I'm going to actually jump to the phone after the show here and get into that. Last Woody standing, and you have to be in the show live. Up to $250 cash prize winner. Yeah, Ray, come in here. You want to put all your bets here? Let's go. Let's make some money. Hit the Plus Money Honey show. Last Woody standing. The Morning Wood. All right. I'm wrapping this guy up. I got to debate what I'm doing with this White Sox game. Whether I'm going to overthink and go run line or just take Rodon -140. I might not do anything here, believe it or not, on this White Sox. I know the numbers all say take the White Sox. I get it. I don't know. True God says Utah tonight, or is he asking Utah? I kind of, I'm in the air about this one. I like the under. I kind of lean a little Clippers. Looks like a lot of people betting Utah. So I don't like to jump on that kind of bandwagon there. And the line is holding steady, which worries me. At least on the Sixer game, Trill, it's gone up. So it's the same kind of correlation. Like, all right, bets are coming in, line's moving up. Bets are coming on Utah, and that line is just steady. I do not like that. You're in for the last Woody, Elliot? Woody's always standing. I got to win this one. Let's make some money. All right, that's a wrap for the show today. We'll see everybody tonight if you want to come back for the late show. Otherwise, I'll see everybody midday money tomorrow, 12 noon. Get to last Woody. Let's have a good day. Thanks for watching.